Let me explain something about this church. This church has 5 elders. 5 elders. I'm one of the 5 elders. We are all of equal stature in the church organization. We have 5 elders. They are the shepherd of the sheep of this church. The elders bear a responsibility to be the guardians of your soul. It is our responsibility to make sure that truth is preached here and that you are warned so that no one will be, and if someone wanders away, we're supposed to come find you, find out what happened to you. God takes this very seriously. So we have 5 elders, and we must tell you the truth. And here's the truth. September looks like an exciting prophetic month. Every year, I always mark on my calendar the Feast of Trumpets. And by the way, it's September 23rd. You want to mark it? I'm not saying Jesus is coming back on September 23rd. Don't go out of here and say, he said Jesus is coming back on September 23rd, because I didn't say that. But I'm not saying he's not coming back on September 23rd. And I'm not saying he's not coming back today. I'm saying he's coming back. And you know what he's coming for? His sheep. And my sheep know my voice and they listen. And they listen. There's a lot of conversation going on around the internet world today about a September surprise. Some of you, I'm sure, have seen it. I've had a lot of people send me a lot of stuff about September, all these things happening in September. I watched an interview by this guy named Joshua over the weekend. He's from South Africa, and he claims he's had an encounter with God, and God has revealed to him that September 23rd, Jesus is coming back. And listen, it's a pretty compelling story. I'm not here to validate or invalidate Joshua. I'm here to say this. The Holy Spirit does reveal the future. And Jesus is coming back. I don't know about September 23rd, but he's coming back. Or you can be sure he's coming back. He might be coming back today. I hope it's before I finish. He will tell you about the future. I'll be really careful how I do this next part. I watched very carefully that video of that interview of that guy named Joshua over the weekend. And that's not the only thing I'm looking at. I'm looking at a lot of stuff, a lot of signs. Spend a lot of time in the Word. Spend a lot of time in prayer. I'm in the ministry for one reason. I've made it clear for 25 years here. I had an encounter with God over 25 years ago, and he told me the deliverer was coming. So this is not new to me. It's not new stuff to me. But I spent 2 hours listening to that interview over the weekend. It's compelling. And I'm not validating this Joshua guy. I'm not going to invalidate this Joshua guy. I'm going to do this. He uses this phrase. He says, I'm 1,000,000,000% sure Jesus is coming for his church on September 23rd. Now, listen, I'm a cynical guy when anybody sets a date. I'm cynical. I am. First thing I do is discredit you just because you threw a date out. So I'm not telling you it's going to be September 23rd. Don't go out of here and say I said that, because I didn't say that. I'm saying this. What if it is? That's a good question. I'm not date setting. What if it is? He makes a compelling story. I'm going to tell you. What if it is September 23rd? What are you hungering and thirsting for? Do you think it's going to matter? Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be satisfied. That's it. This is real. He is coming back. I don't know when. He's coming back.
Are you ready?
There's been a lot of speculation about the rapture happening on the 23rd. That's in 2 days. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I hope so. I hope it happens today. But no matter what happens, at some point in your life, you will be 2 days before you're face to face with the King. And if there's anything that you would change in those 2 days, you've got to change it today. You've got to lay it down today.
Listen carefully. On September the 12th, the United Nations voted on the New York Declaration. 142 nations voted to establish a Palestinian state inside the promised land we call Israel. Do you know what that means? These 142 nations voted, yes, divide the land of Israel and give this part to the Palestinians and this part to the Jewish people. 10 nations voted no. One of them was the United States. 12 nations abstained. That was September the 12th. On September 22nd, just a few days ago, the Security Council took another vote on the same issue, but this time the vote was 12-1. 12 nations voted to divide the land. One nation said no. That nation was the United States, and for that I was quite pleased that one nation, and because the United States is a permanent member of the Security Council, they have veto power over the 12 votes. So you think, okay, all right. And then something happened. On the 23rd, President Trump stands up and he says this: he will not allow Israel, Netanyahu, the Israeli government, to annex Judea and Samaria, what the Palestinians call the West Bank. He will not allow it. He will not allow it. Do you understand what that meant? Even though just a few days before they voted not to establish a Palestinian state, when he does not allow Israel's sovereignty over Judea and Samaria, the two places in the Bible that tells about their land, he is actually dividing the land anyway, giving sovereignty of that Israel land to the Palestinians. When Netanyahu stood up and gave his speech Friday morning to United Nations, you know what happened? This was, 2 days ago? Most of the delegates walked out in protest of Israel even being allowed to be in the room. Some of you see it and some of you don't. I don't know how to make things more clear than I'm trying to do today. The battle for the throne in Jerusalem is underway. The battle for the throne in Jerusalem is the battle for dominion of the earth. Hailstones from heaven and the sun stand still in the sky for one day to defend the Gentiles who have joined themselves to Israel. God changed the heavenly order to defend the Gentile Gibeonites who had joined themselves to Israel by covenant. Just an isolated situation? Do you think?